My greatest memories are of the laughter and friendship with both Lani and Dora, but also of the great debate and reflection about inclusive education.
I actually realized recently that I grew up in the network because when I was doing my PhD, I started to come to the ECER conference. The first one I came to was in 2009, I think.
Many things. Actually, I could meet many people, many academicians, researchers from different parts of the world. It was really nice and covered so many topics around the education.
Budapest. And in Budapest, we had this kind of sudden wave of forced migrants stuck in the railway station. And so I remember this huge discussion we had during the network meeting, and also during our session, and with people really trying to understand how they can help this in this emergency, and there we have any kind of suggestion. Sometimes odd suggestion, we have to feed them up or giving them blankets or etc. But then the reason prevail. We are a researcher, and then we realize that we can do research on the refugee, and especially on refugee education, which is at that time was something really missing in educational research.
When we were in Budapest, I left after I think two days, if I'm not mistaken, and then went back and went to the border and supported refugees.
My most memorable moment is probably my first meal out with a whole group of very senior academics, and I was a very junior academic. And Dora Bjarnason was there, who went on to become, who was the convener at the time. And she went outside for a cigarette and was just everything I didn't imagine a senior academic to be, and were delightful.
We both met last year at ECER as part of Network 4
in Glasgow, and since then we are very good friends, and we are writing a book together.
In 1996, I submitted a paper concerning children's attitudes and beliefs about Down syndrome. Because the paper involved 4 countries, Ireland, France, Spain, and Portugal, with data collected by colleagues with whom I was working, the paper qualified as a paper for a newly to be founded Network 4. And my paper was the first one to meet the criteria, I guess, and the result was that I was invited to convene the symposia. So I did that in Seville, 1996, Frankfurt, 1997, and in Slovenia in 1998.
Hugh was the founder of the network, or the founding convener, and in 1998, he and myself and Martin Rouse were having a drink together in a bar wherever the conference was that year. And Hugh convinced me that it was in my interest and a very good idea for me to succeed him as network convener, which I did in 1999 until 2001. It was a magical time for me because I was still relatively new to the UK and to understanding and learning about European systems of education.
ECER in Cadiz was really a lovely conference. It was such a lovely place. I met, for example, Katja Petri, Anke de Boer. Yeah, I enjoyed the conference very much. I was not stressed afterwards because I realized that all those famous people are really supportive and friendly to young researchers. And I'm happy and glad to be part of the network. I'm happy and glad to get the chance to attend the ECER quite often, and I really will never ever forget the ECER in Cadiz.